Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
Good.
I'm AJ. Thank you guys for being here. It's much appreciated. The thing is, I don't usually do this. I don't really know what I'm doing. So I'm kind of making things up as I go along. I asked my friends, what should I talk about? They said, perhaps you should talk about your obvious and incessant association with President Barack Obama. To which I said, I don't know what you're talking about. The thing is, I could never be a politician. I could never be someone in that limelight because I don't like confrontation. I don't like to yell. I don't like to curse. When I saw a man giving me a ticket on my car for parking, I went up to him and asked him if I could just move. He said he'd already been putting in the license plate number. I looked at him, then turned to my car and began to put in the license plate number. And I looked at him and I said, "You're a liar. You're a liar." That's what I do. It's because I'm sensitive. I'm a Pisces. I follow the zodiac signs. I follow them very closely. I really like that stuff. Pisces are nurturing, sensitive, passionate people. I try to follow other signs as well. Like if I could ask, what is your sign? Capricorn. Perfect. You guys are sensitive, nurturing, passionate. I know others too. What's your sign? Virgo. Okay, you guys are like determined, passionate, sensitive people. We all are. It's really great. The thing is, what I love most about people is that we're full of contradictions. We self-contradict all the time. There's things that I love and hate that I do and don't do. For example, I love organization. I love when people look presentable. I love when they take care of themselves. But me, I don't do it. Okay? Like I needed a haircut. I gave myself a haircut. I'm not sure if it worked. Okay? I know it looks fine because I have curly hair, but the truth is, it looks like a brown ocean in a storm. That's what it really looks like. All right? And that's because I was so busy bending over, getting myself a haircut, that I couldn't spend $12 at a barbershop next to my house. Why? What is that? Also, the thing is, I love when people are organized. I love when they have their stuff together. Don't ever ask me for directions again. We have iPhones now. I love when people are updating technology. This is an iPhone 1, everybody. This is an OtterBox case. People get afraid when I do this. It's fine. Don't check on it. It's fine. Okay? It's an old phone. I love technology, but I don't have it. I don't have the new stuff. If you call my phone, it's going to start coughing. It's going to cough and ask you what happened because my phone is a grandmother. It's fine. Now, and another part is food and exercise. I love terrible food. If you asked me the last 4 things I ate, it would be Taco Bell, Burger King, Taco Bell, Burger King. In that order. All right? It's bad. And then what I will do is I will eat said Taco Bell and Burger King, and I will go to my house and I will do 50 push-ups in a row to just completely contradict all the effort I did in destroying myself. Because I'm into that shit. It's pretty bad. Now, the thing about myself is that I, like most people in this world, are not very good with relationships. Relationship is probably the biggest contradiction that we all have in this room. Like most people, I write poetry, right? And I was trying to describe relationships. And I thought of this. I said, relationships are like airplanes. They fly, and then they blow up! Another thing I like is when people are clever, and I'm not clever. I was at set today, and that's why I'm stuck in this Barack voice, because I've been doing it all goddamn day. And my friends and my 2 friends, they're so clever, they're like, what do you think Brock's gonna do after his office term? Man, he's probably gonna open a tennis shoe store, make his own Air Force Ones. And I'm like, presidents wear suits. I have nothing. I have nothing. I don't know this. I don't know. I'm making shit up right now. Right? The biggest part is, the biggest contradiction about me and other people, it probably comes from an example of a story, the last story I'm going to tell you guys, because I don't want to be here anymore. It's when I was at this bar, right? Like I said, you know, I want to be in a relationship someday. I want to be in a happy relationship. And so, of course, I go to bars to meet women. Because that's a contradiction. And I'm sitting there, and this girl, I start talking to her, and she's beautiful. I'm having a great time. And we're getting to know each other, and we're laughing. And then suddenly it gets late, and we're still talking. And then I have this thought, it just comes in my head, and I'm like, I'm sorry, can you hang on a second? I just have to go in the other room real quick. And I go to the other room, and my friends are with me. They're sort of watching me from afar, trying to cheer me on. And I go to the room, and I make the phone call. It's very quiet, and I'm like, okay, thank you, awesome. And I go back to her, and I'm like, listen, I'm sorry, but I really have to go. And she's like, okay, nice meeting you. Do you want my number? And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure, give me your number. And so I take her number, but it's like an afterthought because I'm so in my head about what I had just been on the phone about. And I say goodbye, and I walk out, and my friend comes after me. She's like, whoa, what was going on? I thought you guys were having a good time. And I'm like, I was having a good time. I'm having a great time, but I have to go. She's like, what is it? And I'm like, it's Wendy. And she's like, Wendy? Who's Wendy? I'm like, I'm sorry, I meant Wendy's. I needed to know if they were still open. That's a true story. Thank you guys, that's my time.